Development in the case of that white woman charged this week with filing a police report claiming she was being threatened by a black man in Central Park 6 weeks ago. I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Listen to the tone.
Against Amy Cooper,
Oh my! Amy Cooper. That's her name. Cooper's Law.
They have a law after her.
Cooper's Law.
Cooper announced he would not testify. In a statement released last night,
Just so happened they had the same last name.
Right. Her family probably owned him or something. His family somewhere.
More misery just seems like piling on.
It's true.
If the district attorney feels the need to pursue charges, he should pursue charges, but he can do that without me. Attorney Stacey Snyder says Cooper's refusal to testify could doom the case.
Without Christian Cooper there to provide his testimony to the DA's office, they don't have a case.
Well then,
that Inside Edition music. That dun dun.
Yeah, we can't play that. They're gonna try to get money from us.
I know. I don't have to get that. I have to blow that up. Probably
Copyright, definitely.
Yeah.
For their theme.
Who knows? We'll be like that black podcast tried to take our
Mike.
How you feel about that, Steve?
I feel dude a sucker if he don't show up to court, and I feel he's a sucker if he don't.
He a sucker because he don't want to participate in something that happened to him.
Facts, because it's bigger than him. Like what happened to you is for us all. So if you to back down now after you put this out here, you brought this to our attention. You could have killed that video, but because you did not, this is now.
But they got a law in the books.
No, if he did not record this, and if this could have went way different, we could be saying R.I.P. Cooper.
him, yeah.
No, we need his ass to still stay in the fucking paint.
How far you want her to be pinned to the shit? Jail time?
No, I don't know. Whatever time, whatever it is.
Fine.
Whatever. Even if she got to pay $3, I don't give a fuck. You stand in that paint until it's full and it's done.
I don't know why he's withdrawing. Maybe he just don't want to be dealt with it. He said he don't want her to suffer any more than she already has to. I understand what you're saying, Steve, about it could have went left.
We're such forgiving people.
But they have what we need is a law to protect us from shit like this.
What we need to do is stop being such forgiving people.
But Mike, what good is the law? What good is the law though if he doesn't actually do anything? Like,
they already ratified it.
I know, but the law is there, and he's not pressing charges, so nothing's happening there. So what good is the law?
The law, from what I understand, doesn't have to be pursued by the victim. The law that they're trying to get on the books in New York isn't the same thing that she would be persecuted under.
Okay.
Unless it was right, like when they make laws, it's not like effective.
So she could still get repercussions.
Who knows? I the person. I didn't see who said it in the video, but without him pushing it, they're not gonna chase it.
I'm tired of us being so forgiving to the it's past him. Do this for someone else. Then do this for Trayvon, who had the cops called and he got murdered because he didn't get a chance to have the cops show up and stop shit. He didn't have the video on him. Do it for anyone else you can think. Do it for Philip Castile. Do it for anybody else, bro. It's past you. Luckily, thank God for you, the cops didn't show up and kill you like they did other people. So it's not just you, bro. You should not get to cut it off here. You cutting that shit off makes me think, what did you get a payoff on the side or some shit? Like, why the fuck are you so okay to back off now? Like, no, you posted it because you want to back up and you want us to stand for you. We did. What the fuck are you doing now? Prosecute her to the fullest, even if it's only a fine.
Yeah,
it's the point. You got to make the point. This got stamp that shit. So if you to back off, makes me look at you different.
Yeah,
don't rowley us up.
We don't know. We don't know dude or why. We don't know if it's a payoff or if he's just trying to be a good Christian. We don't fucking know why. We don't know why.
Don't rile us up. Will we all come behind you and we all backing you? We all flying this flag and we all with you and we stand for you. Just be like, she suffered enough. Let's wrap this shit up, bitch. What?
It's just kind of like the son or the one of those family members of the guy that was shot by the cop. And eating the ice cream, how they ended up kind of showing sympathy for her, hugging her and stuff like that. Do you feel that's the same kind of?
That's exactly why the fuck are we so forgiving as a whole? Why, Mike? Why are you forgiving?
I didn't say I forgive. I just don't. I don't know why he backing off. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
I thought you just, unless I'm wrong, I thought you just, or you don't.
I said I don't know why he's doing what he's doing.
what would you do if
I
everything
would pursue the shit.
to the fullest?
Yeah, let's go.
I am down
Including
as
jail
well.
time. The fact that we got her on video trying to weaponize the police against me, I would like to see her be penalized, and I would laugh in court.
Whatever the extent,
As soon as they bang that gavel up,
whatever the extent of the law is that can be done against her, I will pursue that.
as she tried to do against him.
Exactly. Even if I feel like, you know what, cool, it made its purpose, it did not make its purpose.
But the only reason I'm saying "but" is because I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. I don't proclaim we heard him in that video very clearly say that he don't want it to get worse for her, whatever that mean to him.
What's happened to her so far?
The internet
Social
backlash.
media.
She lost her job, if I remember right, and they took
She
her
lost
dog.
her dog.
And they took her dog.
She lost her dog in social media. My man could have lost his life.
Yeah, a bunch of white people shit. But yeah, these Karens are facing a hard time because there are books being put on the laws against what they were doing, which is misuse of the emergency system against for racial reasons. Did you hear about the one in San Fran? The Karen's law. They're actually naming it the Karen law.
Yeah, but they're doing that with a K, with a
Oh,
C.
C. It's like I forget what the C stands for. Caution against racial something like that.
Emergency-
Yeah, something that spells Karen.
Yo, real quick, fellas.
Who's that? No, what's up,
Yo,
bro?
this guru. I saw a fucking meme. I saw a meme on IG and or Facebook. It said, it was like a white woman was like, "Why are you naming us Karen?" Because this shit was like, "Cause you caring about too fucking much."
So look at that person who ever said that.
That was
shit.
pretty
That
good.
was me. I'm taking
Shut-
that.
Shouts for the clap back. Yeah, I will pursue this shit just on the strength. Just sometimes you need to be punished, and just like me as a parent, just because you put on the googly eyes and try to get out this ass whooping, you getting it. She tried to weaponize some shit. It got videotaped and backlash. I hope they take her dog again.
You don't think though, like her dog loss, her job loss.
They gave her the dog back.
They did give her the dog back, but the job loss, the notoriety, all of that. You don't think that? Oh, here's the thing. I don't know what the penalty is for the law, the Cooper's law. It's probably not jail time. It's probably a fine. It's probably a misdemeanor crime or something like that.
Well, a lot of those come with jail time, like up to 60 days.
I think so, 60 days, 30 days, something like that. So you don't think that to me, like her going to jail and then her losing her reputation, her job and all that stuff, I feel like.
So you're him.
No, I would show up.
Oh, okay.
No. Because he started something, he has to see it out. Like I can see him feeling like, oh, maybe this is a bit too much for her, but at the end of the day, it could have been his life. I'm looking at the what if, but I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I guess.
Yeah. I was just saying. I'm not saying either way. I don't proclaim to know what anybody's thinking. He could. What if he did get paid off and he just want to take his chips and keep it moving? Yeah. Can I take my chips and keep it moving? It is bigger than me, but can I take my chips?
No.
The state attorney should also still pursue it, but I'm gonna take my chips and go.
Nah, I can't because George Zimmerman's wouldn't have motherfucking took a day out. George Zimmerman wouldn't have.
Oh, he wouldn't ease up on
out.
nothing. Yeah,
not at all. So because of that alone, I'm standing the fuck up in the paint for us all. If she gotta be executed to the fullest, I'm gonna make sure. Even if I felt like it was overkill, there is no overkill. Because we've been overkilled.
Do you think he sees backlash from this response? Because
not by us, and not by us who matter,
probably
not by those who matter, and we matter, and not so. No, I
think he's got death threats and stuff like that too.
We all do, and they do. Hey, then prove it. Run up, run down when you see.
Can I turn you to something else now?
Yeah, what's up?
We talked a little bit off about I guess it was something that happened. I can't even think of what state it was. I want to say like Minnesota or somewhere not in Florida. I guess there was a black family, got into a little situation with a Karen and her husband, and it was a gun draw. And there's been a couple of videos out there now. I just want to get your reaction.
Are we all aware of what he's speaking of?
Tell us what happened.
All right, from what I heard and what I read, it looks like a black family was at a store location, the dollar store, whatever the case is. A white lady walking with her husband, some reason or another, the white lady ended up bumping into the
teen child,
into a teen child.
Yeah.
And there was words exchanged. What was said, I'm unaware because
video started
unfortunately, videos always start after shit get lit. Mm-hmm. Shit's never in the beginning because naturally you're not just walking around recording. So you record after the fact. All right. The white family ultimately jumps out the vehicle. The white lady backs out a gun and she's pointing it at them, telling them to back up, whatever the case is. blase squaze. She ultimately, her and her husband ultimately receives jail time or a fine.
They've been arrested and charged.
Okay. Now, I'm all for that. Unfortunately for us, in our stake on our end, when we're recording, what I think we need to do is be more aware of the words we're using and the location we're in. Because when you start saying things like, it kind of takes away when you're like, this crack a bitch, and I'm quoting. So when you say things like that, it's like you're trying to blame the race card as using. The race card. So it's like it's going to take away. We have to be smart about it. Let's play chess here.
Yeah,
we have to be aware of the words we're going to use and phrases we want to call people. If you're going to try to use a race card and say they're doing this because we're black, we have to be careful to not slander them, racially slander them, to make our case better.
Yeah, and I also felt like in that scenario, while I'm not saying that the child wasn't bumped, the woman approached her, followed her all the way out to her car, then got behind her car. The white woman should have never pulled a gun. I felt like watching this entire video, it had nothing to do with race and everything to do with the people involved. They could have been reversed. It could have been black, white the other way. It could have been black, black, Spanish, Spanish. This was a stupid ass situation, top to bottom to me. Like, what you follow her to her car to fight her? Like, what are you doing? Like, you trying to get some kind of justice so you can film it? But then you start pulling a race card because she happened to be white. I
agree with you, but I don't know.
And then she was dumb enough to match it.
Do y'all think though that the heightened craziness that's going on right now has got people that look like us in a heightened awareness more so than we used to be, because it's being publicized so highly? We see white people, we don't know if they bumped us because it was an accident or if they bumped us because they don't like us. Like I said, like these people in the woods.
She had no evidence that it was based on race.
Right. There wasn't, but do you think that the mindset has just gone there because that's other side mindset is there because,
quite 45. Possible, and it could have been true, and the woman could have been racist as all hell.
But that doesn't excuse
But like Steve said, from what we got in the video, the woman never said, "You N-words, get away from me," or nothing like that.
She actually apologized and said,
and she said, she called her the racist. So you're the one that's racist. Yeah. And I'm not defending the white woman because she's a dumb fuck for pulling guns on people that in a scenario where guns weren't needed.
When guns weren't needed, like either you going let's fade or
you saw me with the camera and then you pulled your gun out on camera. Bitch, are you dumb?
She looked almost visibly like
she looked panicked.
She was breathing hard and like she was
You keep saying that. Why are you saying that?
That's the video of the other Karen trying to stop the dude from leaving. She was blocking his car. Guru shared the video. This shit's so stupid. Every time Guru wanted to get in the studio, he sent me that dumb shit. It's an older white lady. She's a park trooper. Yeah, funny. She's a park trooper, and she's screaming. She's like standing in front of the dude's car. He's like, "I didn't do what you said I'm doing. I'm just trying to leave." She's yelling for somebody else off camera. She just keeps yelling, Mike.
He's running me over. He's running. She's clearly not being.
Oh my God, he's running me over. Dude was just standing outside.
But it's because of people like that, though. I think that people are in this heightened awareness, and they're just. That's just a bad situation. It don't look good. It's not a good look for us and our movement, I think.
Yeah, nobody won there, even though those two people were arrested for being dumb.
I know, and to me, it's kind of like I'm not the person that's going to be like, oh, well, they went out and they got in her face and I won't say threaten her, because at the end of the day, they clearly, those women were bigger women and they were clearly wearing some tight fitting pants, so you can see they ain't strapped, they ain't got nothing on them, so there's really no reason for you to pull your gun. I think people get a little too trigger happy to get like oh, this person gonna beat me up so I can pull my gun out. I don't necessarily know if that's, you remember what Pop said on Friday? Everybody's a bunch of punks. You know what I'm saying? All you need is left and right.
No, he said all you need is
I don't care.
We're not gonna misquote Pop.
Oh, we're not gonna
rest in peace, John Witherspoon. We can't.
But anyhow, the spirit is still the same of what I'm trying to say.
I understand.
Do you, minus the gun, like you have to protect your child, yes, but minus the gun, do you think the other people are at fault?
No, not minus the gun, because other than that, it's just words
well, I'm saying the black family essentially followed them from wherever the incident happened all the way out to their car. At what point is it like, I'm just trying to leave the situation?
I don't know if it started in the parking lot or because the video started in the parking lot. So follow them all the way out. I can't say that. For all I know, it started right then and there.
Even this aside, she's clearly getting in her car to leave. You're still doing what you're doing. Why are you egging this on so hard? And they even said this about that one video we were talking about where the black kid pulled up on the white lady. And remember, he switched his story a couple times. He was like, "You called me an N-word and you sped off."
We are, but now we're combining two stories.
I'm not combining the stories. I'm saying we
wait,
should be
Mike.
aware of
Before Steve
overusing the race car.
Before Steve answers that, though, because I don't want to do a tit for tat type thing, but what about the hundreds of Karens who wild out, do the same thing, get in faces, they don't get guns pulled on them, they don't get threatened, they don't get arrested. So it's kind of almost like, yeah, those people were probably a little off for getting so hyped up. I get why they're pissed off. People bump my child, I'll get just as mad. But at the end of the day, it's become the world we live in because, like I said, the Karens wild out. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and I'm not even going to begin to try to say that this woman wasn't wrong, because if you bump my child, I'm gonna want some kind of apology or justice too. I'm just saying, at what point in an altercation, if the person is just trying to leave, that you're still inserting yourself into the, like, if I get in your face right now and you do everything you can to leave, when do I become wrong for continuing to be in your face?
when you pull out.
Well, minus the gun.
Okay.
Because once the lady pulled the gun, you fucked up. Now you're going to jail and she should be arrested like they were.
It just goes back to that. I think a lot of them are scared of us.
We should also be very careful with the internet race card. We shouldn't pull it when we're trying to force it. That's why I brought up the one kid, not to combine the stories, but this didn't seem like a racial situation, but I don't know what was said prior to when we heard the recording. And the one with that kid too, when he said on a knee jerk, he was like, she called me the N-word, but he never said that no other time. She basically just like followed him a bit and then he followed her.
Well,
we don't have to pull the race card where it's not needed because this is the climate.
I know we combine stories and it's probably very confusing to those.
I thought I articulated it fine.
I mean, we'll see. We'll hear back.
You're listening to me.
That kid,
Go ahead, look.
that kid that screamed that out. I don't see any difference between what he did. No, there's a big difference between what he did and what Carolyn Bryant did, who is the woman who said Emmett Till whistled at her. The difference is that guy in your video
one
said
person ended up dead.
She said the guy in your video that you just mentioned said she called me N-word. Nothing happened to her. She's alive. Well, she's probably went to work today. Probably had a McGriddle today for breakfast. Great day. You know what I'm saying? Probably nothing happened. Went on to continue. The white lady Carolyn Bryant who said Emmett Till simply whistled at her.
And she lied and admitted she lied. Nothing happened to her.
This kid is literally has been beat the shit out of him, murdered and slaughtered and all that other shit, and that's the difference.
Right?
That's a huge difference.
That's all I got for you guys.
the two.
There's no real way to go from. I mean,
I just want us to be aware, like Steve said. I just want us to be aware when we pull in that race card to not water it down with bullshit when it's not.
Let's not call it a race card, because that almost indicates that it's something we can literally pull out and go, we're doing it. It's a racial issue, and it's something that's deeply rooted in this country, and we have to be careful in our overall movement.
Yes.
To me, almost saying, hey, he's pulling the race card is almost like the same thing as saying, hey, all lives matter.
Right.
You try to trump that with what the actual fact is by like that's your rebuttal.
Mike was.
Yeah, that's not
Mike.
totally the same thing.
Not Mike, but that's your rebuttal of other shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if it is racial, then it is racial.
Right, because not all things are about race. But
Yeah,
there
sometimes
are things,
people are just
the
dicks.
things that are about race are about race.
Exactly.
And
Sometimes
that's
people are just dicks. She bumped that girl's child. You bump into a child. She didn't bump into the mom.
I would love to see how hard she bumped it. What happened? There's a big difference. You know how you can quickly de-escalate, and if she did not do what I'm about to, if she did not do what I'm about to explain, then maybe that's the reason why. If you're doing some shit, as soon as you bump someone like hard, like you really bumped them. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay? You good? I'm sorry, miss. You good? You okay? And that's that. But if you bump someone and just be like, excuse me, and keep
then it turned into another thing.
You just bump. Hey, you good?
Especially a kid.
What's wrong with you?
Right, because racism in its whole is a human decency problem. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't see,
and people also act different when they know they got that thing on them too. You gotta keep that in. They probably acted a certain way because they knew they had that
swagger
extra
be
protection.
A little different,
a little extra protection.
Yeah.
Just a little bit extra protection.
What were you telling me off? And are we done with this before I move on?
One more before we move on. Yeah,
what were we talking about off air when you were telling me something and I reacted and I didn't know what you was talking about? Remember you was like, "Oh, let's save it for on air."
This. We talked
it was
about
this.
It was this, and then I get there was also the guy in the woods too that he almost got lynched.
Let me jump on this.
That he was with some white friends. And this is why black people should never go to the woods, ever. They'll go camping.
They stumbled onto somebody's property. And
No. They were actually in the public area.
But what the people said, y'all stumbled on our property.
Yeah. And they said like white power or something apparently, and he went to go talk to him. Which again, I just got CP34's message to the fans right now is just that we know racism exists. Let's be smart. Obviously, none of this shit is our fault when it's not our fault. Mm-hmm. But let's be smart. I'm sorry if I'm out in the woods camping with my white wife, this is why I don't go camping, Mike. And somebody says white power, I'm probably not gonna go talk to them. We're in their territory. The woods are definitely the Rojo Necks territory. I'm not gonna try to walk up and talk to them. But long story short, they said string them up or something, and they held them down, and the cops were called, and the cops didn't do anything, and it's just another case of injustice.
That's a crazy ass story.
That's what we're talking about, and I don't know. I don't even know if I want your reactions because it's the same thing. So you can close out. But that's it.
This has been a Poor Podcast production. I am Mike Lake.
Steve Cash, Money Bags, aka the Fitness Daddy. I think we had a really good one. If all of these are going to be filtered together as I think they will
for the audio, they should be.
Yeah, that's going to be hard. Y'all let us know whatever your favorite segment is. Like, y'all pick and choose. Y'all can pick and choose whatever y'all rather listen to. Ignorant shit, funny shit, more serious shit. Whatever the case is, y'all do that. Y'all
and join the argument, discussion,
join
debate.
that, and y'all live, love, life.
And listen at anchor.fm/the pour up and our SVM YouTube channel, Shift Division Media, just like it looks on the logo in the back there.
Oh yeah, Steve, I got $1 for you. You want $1?
No, I want it, man. Now put it on the next bottle you buy.
Steve, I love you. I just want to make sure you get your money.
Nah, I'm gonna send to you right now. I'm finna make sure you get your flowers, which I make sure you get.
Okay,
this
it's time to go. All right, y'all.
Y'all be safe. We out next week.